you doing?
I don't know. It just sounded ominous, so I wanted to say it.
What is it doing?
I think we're on live now, Joseph.
Don't. Yay!
A cocktail's in, baby.
You count. Stop.
I just did it. You didn't see the fingers? You see the
So for those of you that are watching, I literally told Joe I'm going to count down, and then you say cocktails in, but I didn't get a chance to count it down, so he counted it down. Thanks.
If you want, you could count it down and you feel better.
God damn it, Joe. Shut up for 5 seconds. No, you don't get to count.
No, it's over. Just do the intros, Michael.
Yeah, go.
Oh, cocktails in, baby. Yeah.
Live from the quarantine room, the quarantine hut.
Quarantine,
mate.
Fucking cocktails with Heather. I'm Mike. That's Joe.
Yes, hello.
Heather. Today we're going to be talking about quarantine dating.
Quarantine.
The quarantine beer cocktail. What have you guys been up to since we weren't able to do it last week? Other than dealing with Pukey Kid.
Yeah, Pukey Kid, whiny kids, house full of kids, work, cleaning, buying useless shit on Amazon, drinking. The usual.
Well, it seems like you guys have been spending money. I've been buying things. I've been paying off debt. So I've in the last 2 months, I've paid my debt on credit cards from $6,000 down to $1,000.
Holy shit! Good job.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, don't buy anything. Just pay all this shit down in case the whole system crashes or something, and then I have a shit ton of debt because I can't work or something. So might as well, while the money's coming in, might as well get it done.
Yeah, supposedly they extended the quarantine till May 22nd.
Yeah, whatever.
Why May 22nd? Why?
Why not?
I mean, why not just go to the end of the month?
Because I think it would make the American public, the mass American public, feel more hopeless.
I think this might be the same theory you guys use in the car business, where instead of $10,000, it's $9,999
and 99 cents.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it just seems.
Yeah.
20. I bought this sweet ass cheap wig.
You mean itchy ass?
It's got the Karen cut in the back.
What if you put like some unguent on the back of your neck or something?
Some what?
Unguent. It's unguent.
Unguent.
I don't know. Also, you can't really tell, but I did my makeup like a drag queen too. So in case anyone's interested. Oh, there's Mike's base. That's nice.
What the hell have I been doing? I've just been mildly getting my exercise in every day and
watching
I nared my nethers last night.
We didn't need to know that, but thank you.
Hey, this is cocktails. It's all.
Yeah, we talked about my waxing. I don't know why. Like I had to give up and shave. Like shit was getting real. Like
I feel like a baby.
But then I got like massive shaving rash, so that happened too.
You're gonna get all those boily ingrown hairs all over, and it's gonna look like blue oyster cult.
So bad.
Or blue waffle cult down there.
So bad. Mm-hmm. I gotta let it grow out again just in case they let me get a wax anytime soon.
Oh, Jem Bryan said it was Memorial Day. That's why.
Oh, before Memorial Day weekend. That's gonna be a weekend for a lot of river deaths.
Yes.
Yep. Oh. Only the fat people will survive.
Every year we have a.
We all float down here.
we have a bet. Of how many people are going to die in river death drowning? So get your bets in now.
It's a family tradition. We do it every year. I don't think we've decided on a prize yet. One year it was like a bottle of vodka and 2 cans of SpaghettiOs. So
why don't you do the deviled SpaghettiOs this time?
Oh, the
platter.
eggs that I posted.
Oh,
Gross.
Fuck me.
I
So
think the only way those could look worse is if you had like slices of hot dogs inside the egg as well with the SpaghettiO sitting on top of it.
you know what? I have this really this old school like cookbook. It's from like the 50s where they put everything into like Jello molds. I'll bet you I could find something like that.
Oh,
In it, yeah, it's really disgusting.
SpaghettiO Jello molds. Ugh.
They probably have them with hot dogs in it, like molded. Just like they have ones like where you put like the whole fish in it, and like tuna fish salad and Jello molds, and
you gotta have the back fin of the fish hanging out of it, of course.
yeah.
So that's the grabber. That's the grip.
Appetizing. You know, if I get bored with doing drinks, I could always just make really shitty, gross molds, and you know, we could present those live. Have somebody to eat them. I don't know who would eat them. Sure as fuck, I'm not gonna eat them.
Do you know what I found out recently? This just popped into my head, but my future son-in-law, and I started paying attention to this because I watched a show on Netflix called Murder Mountain.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Right.
I love that. That was one of my favorite.
Right, Humboldt County, right? So if I find out that my future son-in-law, his father lives on that fucking mountain, and him and my stepdaughter go up there at least twice a year to visit. And so when I bring up the ATVs with guys on fucking guns checking everyone that drives up there, she goes, yeah, I rode on one of those. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's actually not.
By the way,
that's fairly typical for that type of operation. I mean, as long as he's like known there or family up there.
Yeah, it's all gravy. It's just weird. It just different lives, man. It's just so odd. Potheads too. So I guess, you know, keep your head down and don't be nosy, and everything's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Just, you know, don't ask questions.
If you get lost, you leave a crystal meth trail, and you know, follow it back home unless it gets all smoked up.
There you go.
So what are you drinking?
Looking like a drag queen.
You look like you're in New Orleans. It's like, oh, you just started because you only got one set of beads on.
Oh yeah, I do have the bead necklace on. Actually, the funny thing was I didn't have anything on, and the way, because the light is and my face is just pale with it, it didn't even look like I had a neck. It looked like it just morphed directly into all this. It was really weird.
The way the light is reflecting off of you, it looks like fucking Vampira.
I think this was too dark, right?
No, well, I mean, I think it's okay, but yeah, the other way is like, oh.
How's this, Mike? Is this better?
Yeah, fine. Works good.
Yeah, because the other way it's like Jesus just found you, or vice versa.
Well, I am holy.
We'll blame that on the pricks.
Remember, I'm a woman of the cloth. Fucking driving me nuts.
Yeah, I want to see if you can survive that wig for the whole podcast.
Probably not. Actually, I think it would be kind of funny if I pulled it out and show you guys the wig cap at some point. Maybe I'll surprise you with that.
We need to all wear wigs.
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 I might get another one now. I just don't know what I'd get. I wanted to get one that had like the purple in it too, but whatever. So I made this mini bar over here.
Nice.
You made it, or was it just an accidental thing that occurred over a certain amount of time?
No, I made it.
Collecting.
I got a TV tray and brought it in and put all the shit I needed on it, and then stuff even to refill my drink if I need to.
TV tray mini bar.
Yeah, kind of. I'll just have to disassemble it and like move it again.
I keep forgetting to go to Total Wine and more and get one of those 1.5 liter or 1.75 liter bottles of Bailey's so I can make me a Bailey shake. What you do is just get some. You freeze some coffee instead of using ice, and then you get a banana, grind it all up in there. Yes, well, Mike, before you say it, yes, I am aware that there is sugar in Bailey's Irish Cream.
I was gonna
You're gonna put a banana in your
fucking
booze?
die of a diabetic coma.
Well, that's why in the blender I put about that much, about a Joe Cox size of Bailey's in there, and then that way I make sure that I'm not going too crazy with it. It just tastes
awful.
Why?
Do you put Bailey's in mudslides? Because mudslides is something I used to drink when I was like underage, and Bartles and James were.
Okay, I got to get this out of the way because you're a functioning alcoholic. Okay, so I'm not. I hate alcohol. Alcohol makes my stomach hurt. It makes me feel weird. There's times where I like to get a buzz drunk going on, but overall, not my thing. It's just never been my thing. So weed's been a little bit for me, but that's it. But not too much. Even the pothead thing is too much. But I can't stand the taste of alcohol. So covering it up is the best thing. So if I'm going to drink alcohol, I want to enjoy it. I don't care. I'll be a bitch, whatever. Fuck it. If you want to have apple teeny, have apple fucking teeny. I don't give a shit.
No. You know my theory. I don't like my alcohol to kick me in the ass. I like it to fuck me gently. Like I don't like shots. That's the hardest thing for me. It's like people be like, let's take shots, and I'm like, you know what? I'm out. I don't really.
And look, yeah. And if I'm in the moment, I'll do a shot. I'll even do a couple shots, real quick, just like, okay, show that I'm in the territory. But I don't want to get fucked up. I hate being fucked up.
If you see me taking a shot, I've either lost a bet, I really feel like I have to like be along with the team, or I'm already really fucking drunk, and it's only going to go downhill from here.
Or the kids had to stay home from school one day.
Yeah. Even then.
This shit's gotta hit quicker.
Couch, they just like poke me and like, get up, make me sandwich. Doesn't work at my house. Yeah. Not at all. All right, so Mike, I don't have a wine to review. I'm not totally sheltered in place because, again, like we discussed, I am quote unquote an essential worker for the most part. But I do go to the store and everything. But I haven't been to grocery outlets, so I haven't got a wine. The only wines I've had are good wines. And I mean, I'm happy to review those, but it's not the same. And I drank my sponsored wine last time. So what we decided was, because Mike always used to go through a cocktail recipe, that we would do what we had talked about before, and that I would get the stuff together early enough and make the drink and try it and let you know how it actually is.
I think I'm getting a little tainted by the show, because when I was at Smart and Final today, which they have requirements, you have to wear a face mask going into Smart and Final now.
List of places I'm not going to go now. Number 1, Smart and Final.
So, and you know what, maybe we can get into a little thing about that. I mean, I think either you play the game or you're just completely out of it, right?
Yeah, I'm out.
All right. Well, they expect public ridicule then for that
I'm
one.
fine.
You wear your scarlet letter, okay? Whore, you dirty whore.
I'm fine with that.
But as I'm standing in line at Smart and Final, where they put these sneeze shields up all over the place now. I started looking at all these bottles, and they had, what is it, the one that's called Whitetail or whatever? It's got the kangaroo on the bottle.
Oh, Yellowtail. Mm-hmm.
Yellowtail. There we go. Boom. And I was like looking at it. I was like, oh, maybe I should get one of those for the show. I should try. Which one should I try? No, I'm not drinking any fucking Merlot. So, because I got to do the Paul Giamatti thing. But there was a couple other flavors. Like, no, because it's you know what? That's a road I don't want to go down. The sugar and I'm getting sexier. I'm getting looser, but sexier. Slow process.
And I mean, I know that you don't have my wines to take a swig of during the show, so that's rough too.
Yeah, I'll just.
My favorite thing is when you start getting tipsy and Mike starts getting really annoyed. It's amazing.
Because I start to yammer just a lot more when I'm drunk. I get philosophical and shit. Yeah.
And don't take when you're drunk. All right. So I'm gonna make a drink. I don't know if you guys can really see this. Oh God, there's my tits. Okay.
Cleavage.
All right.
Is that syrup? What is that? Is that a bottle of fucking authentic maple syrup?
Yeah.
Canada?
This works. This setup works, right? Can you see?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
My glass. Okay, so I'll put it right there. Actually, that works. So what I did is I don't really have any good whiskey or any whiskey like at all. And this drink was bourbon. What are you laughing at?
This view, you look like you work at Hooters. You look like you're on a Hooters cam.
I can't help it. You know my kids, they show up in a fucking gunny sack. Here. So
we gotta stay on wings.
They're fun. You guys want to try the wings? So this one, I went into my local liquor store that I promote on the drink thing, and I found this, and I was like, oh, I want to try this whiskey, but I was afraid it's going to be like this one I got once called Rebel Yell. I was really excited. It had a Confederate flag on the bottle.
Did you buy it in the midnight hour?
Whenever you mixed it with anything, it like foamed up like soap. It kind of tasted like soap too. So I found this, and it's called Redneck Riviera bourbon.
You gotta put a little swang on it.
Oh, I'm excited. But then it had this, which it was pretty cool. It had this little thing on it, and it says that they partner with Folds of Honor, which provides educational scholarships to spouses and children of America's fallen and disabled service members. So that's cool. There I am, helping crippled veterans, just like my husband.
What if it's a lie and it's stolen valor instead?
It's probably the human fund. They just do money for people. That's all they do. All right. Do you want to call out the ingredients, Mike, and I add them, or what do you want to do?
Stolen valor. Sorry, I was involved with trying to get this shared on my page. I was having some problems. So, all right.
I'm ready.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. So it's called the Bourbon Maple Fizz.
Bourbon Maple Fizz.
It's bourbon. 2 ounces of maple syrup.
Or do we start with the bourbon first or the syrup first?
2 ounces of bourbon. It doesn't matter.
So there was syrup there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck it. All right. Good.
Fizz.
I thought I was being sarcastic, but okay. It was syrup.
It's the little one with the little jug.
Now I want to watch Deliverance. God damn it. I've got that movie on DVD. You squeal like a pig, boy. Oh, sorry. You guys hate that sound. My bad.
Oh, yeah. It's horrible. All right. I got oh, God. It's like half the fucking glass. Ew, you're having me like drink a glass of syrup.
Now drink it. That's right.
How much bourbon?
2 ounces.
2 ounces of bourbon, too?
Yep.
You know how much to? Oh, you probably can pour that shit and know exactly how much is to the drip.
I'm just using a shot glass for the benefit of the audience.
How many ounces are in a shot glass?
2 ounces.
Generally one for a regular shot glass, but most of the shot glasses people provide are closer to 2, 1.5 or 2. So unless you have one that has a measured line on it, you have to kind of know.
Now, is a shot glass considered 1 finger?
2 fingers.
No, it'll be about 2.
All right.
1 pink, 1 sting. 1 ounce of lime juice.
I pre-juiced my lime. Okay, so see this one? I don't know if you can see this one. See how there's a line on that, Joe?
Yep.
That's 1 ounce. So while this looks this big, that line is 1 ounce.
And do you see the curve in the glass? Like the other shot glass didn't have a curve in it.
Yeah.
So it's actually more shallow than this.
Yeah. That's why they only give you 1 ounce of shot instead of the regular shot glass, which is a 2 ounce.
Okay, so, I did the lime juice. I pre-squeezed it.
Pre-squeezed 2 ounces of orange juice.
Is that peanut butter? What is that? Is that or a can of something? I mean, it looks like 2 cans of peanut butter in front of that Sky vodka or that knockoff Sky vodka.
Yeah, it's 2 cans of peanut butter.
Okay.
4 ounces of pale ale. My choice is Boddington's, but I don't know what you bought.
You know what? The funny thing for me is like I was like, okay, so this is where my education takes me. So I was like, I don't drink beer. You guys know that. So I'm like, pale ale, what the fuck?
Is that a pop top? What the fuck is that?
I was like, it stuck, so I had to fix it. I was like, Coors Light is pale ale, right? No, it's not. It's fucking different. Coors Light is a lager. These are ales. But I found this at the liquor store. It's Dale's Pale Ale.
All right. It all rhymes.
All right. I'm pretty much just going to top it at this point because it's going to be about 4 ounces.
Yeah, that's fine.
So basically what we're working with here is bourbon, maple syrup, fruit juice, beer.
Purple syrup.
Oh my God. Look at this layer on this thing before I stir it. You guys got to see this shit. Look at the syrup down at the bottom. Wow. Look, and there's like the juice.
Oh, dude, that used to look attractive to me because I was a sugar fiend, but now it just makes my teeth and my stomach hurt real bad.
A glass of fucking syrup.
Well, we ought to try doing a black and tan next time because those are actually pretty difficult to make properly.
You know that I don't know how many years it's been now, but you cannot have a traditional Irish car bomb in bars now.
Why not?
Because they won't drop the glass. You're not allowed to drop the glass into it anymore.
Oh, really?
The shot, yeah, because it's unsanitary.
Oh, that was one of my one of the drunkest nights I ever had was on full turkey dinners. It was vodka and cranberry juice, and then you drop a shot of wild turkey in it.
Holy shit!
All right, you ready? Oh.
That face says it all. I'm gonna need a moment.
Maybe it just needs to be stirred more. That's probably what that is.
Oh, because the syrup's still at the bottom.
Extra stir. Wow. The ale is pretty prevalent. I really don't even taste the bourbon, but the maple syrup is a standout with the orange juice.
Ugh, orange juice. Why?
It's like drinking breakfast.
So whoever
like if you put breakfast into a glass.
Well, whoever came up with this idea of maple syrup, 2 ounces. So it sounds like the maple syrup is just overpowering everything.
Sounds like a depressed, poor Canadian that just found what was left in their cabinets and fridge and just put them together.
So I'm gonna take this.
Bourbon,
oh, the Canucks lost, eh? Fuck.
I'm gonna take this maple syrup care.
I don't have any sugar, so I'm just gonna put the maple syrup in, eh?
And then I'm gonna throw the rest of my bourbon in there, you know.
Pitter patter.
Shoot.
Oh shit! Look, I got orange juice too. Yeah.
Oh.
That's good for a Sunday morning before the hockey contest, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna be 110% honest with you. The more you drink it, the better it gets.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's the drunker you get, the better it tastes.
It could be.
Except she's only had like 2 sips.
You don't know what happened before the fucking cameras came on, okay?
I think it actually just killed my taste buds. I probably have the Rona, maybe. I can't taste it now. I just instantly got the Rona.
The itis. Yeah, you just got all that phlegm coating all your...
I think I'd rather enjoy this bourbon and something else. So I'll have to make another drink like this tomorrow. Not like this. Oh my God, no. I mean, like with bourbon.
Like a tasty drink.
Yeah.
That orange juice just sounds offensive, dude.
With bourbon?
I mean, the whole thing, orange juice in there with the syrup. Like I could see the syrup and the bourbon, you know, and the beer together. Okay, sure. But with the orange juice, it makes no sense. It's like, oh, I got to get to work this morning or do my morning jog. And so I better put the orange juice in there instead of an egg.
For health.
I need my vitamin C. How do you take a picture of this? Can you take a picture of the screen?
You look like an advertisement.
For Dale's Pale Ale.
Yep. Fucking, you're the groupie.
Oh, I don't drink beer, right? You guys know that. Is there any good way to get a photo of that?
That is, you know what? I was about to say, well, how is it someone who loves alcohol as much as you do? But then I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. Because I've watched Intervention, okay? And I've seen it where they follow these fuckers around. I'm not trying to...
Aftertaste.
And so in Intervention, like when they follow, like, say, a heroin addict, right? Or a junkie, and then they're out of money, right? Or their dealer is out of fucking junk. So then they have to settle for something else, right? Well, I don't like crack, but if I have to, I'll do it. But it doesn't do shit for them like the specific thing. So I get it. So if you can like specific types of alcohol and then other kinds just don't do it for you at all.
No, it's it's like the age. I've never liked beer. And people used to tell me it was something you get used to and you don't.
I believe it because I used to fucking hate beer and now I actually appreciate the flavor of beer.
And I think that's it's true with wine, or at least it was for me, even though there's still some wines I just don't like. Mm-hmm. But overall, I just have never really gotten a fondness for beer at all. I can do some ciders if they're not too beerish, but I can't do most of the beer stuff. Okay, let's get this shit back to normal here.
But like, I'm definitely not one of those come home every night, have 6 beers or more.
Oh yeah.
That shit. Ugh, no, me, I'm like have a couple bottles of Corona. Oops. Dos Equis or something like that with a dinner, and then that's it. Nothing too crazy. Just it adds a little flavor to the palate.
My house usually, even when I wasn't maybe living with someone, I would always try and keep Coors Light in the fridge for people, even though I didn't drink it.
And then but what about the bud drinkers who might get personally offended?
I don't care about them.
Most of those people, most of us won't complain about beer in someone else's fridge.
Yeah. Right.
Because we'll bring our own, or if they provided the beer, it's just like, wow, okay, that's cool. Thank you.
It's like I said, I was always the designated driver when I was younger, because when you go to parties and when people could get booze, it was always beer or a keg, and I didn't drink it. So I just didn't drink.
Now, to get psychological, do you think that even though you have a love for an appreciation, a sophisticated appreciation for alcohol, do you think that maybe, like, did you have a possible like abusive parent or something that drank a lot of beer, and so it put that in your mind that I don't like that shit, and so that's why you never touched it when you were a teenager?
No, in fact, my dad doesn't even drink beer. Doesn't like it either. No one in my family really. You know
what? I've heard there's people that don't like chocolate, so yeah, you're a fucking weirdo, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'm just one of those people. I'm one of those assholes. Just don't like. I mean, like, I'll taste them, and like my mother used to say that if you're really, really thirsty and it's really, really hot, and a beer is really, really cold, it's not that bad. And usually, even then, it's like it's really, really cold, and it feels good for like the first couple of sips, and after that, I'm like.
There have been like I couldn't be a drink beer all the time kind of person, but there have been specific times where I ate something like, I don't know, Del Taco or something, I don't remember, and I had a couple beers with it, and it fucking went perfectly with it. I mean, it was like the most satisfying thing ever. But it's still not something I'd want to do all the time.
Well, and like my husband doesn't like whiskey. I mean,
I hate fucking whiskey. Oh God, I'm already. Nope.
Yeah, I can't even drink hard alcohol anymore.
Because of the GERD?
No, it's just my body just doesn't like it. The GERD. No.
It goes, no, thank you, and then you shit it out.
Yeah, but I used to mix tequila and Pepsi.
Yeah.
Everybody called me a fucking lunatic. So.
Well, that's we always had Pepsi because we were a Pepsi family, and my extra added on cousins, and for some reason we could always get our hands on tequila. It was a Cuervo Gold. So Cuervo Gold and Pepsi, and you put it into a giant Shell station mug, and you can take it pretty much anywhere, and everyone just thinks you're having soda. It works.
So what's on the docket for today?
We're doing the BDSM test.
Oh, I did one of those a little over a year ago, and I'm a top. Thank God.
Oh, I set this up so I could share my screen with you guys too.
Yeah, but I can't remember. It's been so long, and I thought I screenshotted the goddamn thing, but apparently I didn't. So I have to redo the test.
I found this thing online, and it was like through somebody's Facebook page that I follow that does like boudoir photos, and she's a really great photographer. And it had this quiz, and I was like, meh. Like, I think I was stuck like watching like YouTube with little kids or something like that. And I was like, whatever, like, I'll take this quiz. It's like, do you want the little quiz or do you want the big quiz? It really breaks it down. I was like, fuck it, I'll take the big quiz. And it took like fucking half an hour. It took forever.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to find out. I was like, what if I'm inclined to, what if I'm inclined to certain things I didn't know I was inclined to? So yeah, I took it.
Right. Like, I don't know. Why don't you ask? And I was kind of interested by the results. So I'm sure, can you guys, let me share the screen. Oh my God, I'm lost. I'm lost in Zoom land. Okay, hold on, share screen. Are you ready for this, Michael?
Go.
Okay, share. So this was,
Skaboosh.
This was mine, which some of this stuff, part of the reason why I thought we should share it is because I think Mike probably did, knowing him.
I can tell. I already right there. You have pet all the way at the fucking bottom. I could tell you're like, nope, I ain't no one's goddamn pet. Nope.
Nope.
I ain't no one. I'm the master.
But like some of these names, and I'm sure that in the culture, these are the name. Like you're just like, I don't know if you put up your personal ad or you I don't know, like in a club, if you wear a name tag, my name's Heather and I'm a rigger.
Hi, Heather.
Rigger. Not it's a rigger.
With an R, with 2 R's.
Rigger. I'm assuming a rigger. That's got to be somebody to tie somebody up, right? The reason why you guys see me look over to the side when I'm talking is because
or they decorate the room.
The pictures of the guys show up over here on my screen. So like the picture's right here and I'm trying to talk to them. So that's why I look strange. So obviously from this, and I try to be as honest as possible with this, which I thought was kind of funny. So a switch comes up first, 98%, I'm a switch. Now I know what that is. That's, you can go dominating or kind of submissive. I thought it was funny that some of the other stuff of submissive or dominant came up lower, but I'm a 98% switch.
You're an equal giver and a taker. That's pretty much.
I believe in equal rights. Huh. But right under it, I'm 76% dominant.
Yeah, I could see that. You're a top. So Ryan must have a sore fucking ass.
No, which is really funny because I've always said that I have to be in charge so much in life that that's one place that I don't want to be in charge most of the time. But I think it really just depends on the situation. Like you have to be prepared to go into that situation. And I think a lot of times that it just average every day, that probably just isn't the case. You know, and if we're here, which we knew that, like, I'll watch. All right.
Sure.
The daddy mommy thing was interesting. I'm not really sure where that came from, but I'm sure that's like if somebody plays like a little and you're the big, get it? Like if you're a little, you're like, but they have like the daddy play as they call it. And the girls dress up in little girl stuff. You're their little. And then I'm vanilla, which we figured out that everybody thinks I'm fucked up and I'm actually more vanilla than other people out there. And I don't know what an owner is.
Well, you said you don't like anal. I mean, you've said it multiple times. So, I mean, there you go. You are very fucking vanilla.
Yeah, I don't like anal. I'm vanilla.
No ass play.
Owner is dominant slave thing.
The owner.
Yeah.
So like you could do the thing where you like lead Ryan around on a leash and shit. Like, drink out of your bowl, motherfucker.
So what you're saying is I just publicly put out there that I am a slave owner.
I said massa. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's grand.
Everybody on that one.
Yeah, she's 52% masochist.
Yeah. No, so I'm not really sure what brat or a brat tamer is.
It's someone who's, you think of it as someone like a brat, like a princess who's just just me, and then you're prissy kind of,
Well, that's neck and neck with me being a degrader, which I lovingly do without it being sexual to many people. So
I can't believe that you're a 40% non-monogamous because, I thought that would be even lower because you are like, once you're on someone, you said, because you said this before, once you're on someone, you're that's it. Boom, boom, so.
Well, and rope bunny went not a rope bunny. I guess that's the opposite of rigor.
Yeah, I don't think, look, I think I'm an accommodating person. So if someone wants to be tied up, fuck it. Okay. I'll get stuff out of storage if you want, but otherwise.
And I don't mind it sometimes. Maybe like, this is just like more, not so much like, oh, hey, we're going to like use this leather strap. It's more like fucking hanging them from like meat hooks or something. Shit, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there you go.
I wish I had those screenshots. I wish I had the screenshot of that shit that I did on I was on FetLife when I did it.
Mike, where do you fall on this?
I don't know, but we can do the quiz right now.
Yeah, fuck it.
Let's do it.
So do you want to do it, Joe, or do you want me to do it?
I can do it. I mean, what do you mean? Do the quiz itself?
Yeah, no, just do it. Do you want to do it with me?
Yeah, I'll do it with you, baby.
Okay.
You got your lube?
Question number 1. I like to be dominated, especially in the bedroom.
What are the answers? The yes, no, or
yes or no.
That's it? Okay.
It's from absolutely disagree to absolutely agree. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like 7 little clicky things.
Oh shit.
I lean more towards dominating than being submissive, but I'm accommodating. So if someone wants it, then
number between 1 and 7. 1 being absolutely disagree and 7 being absolutely agree.
It'd be 5.
Okay. 5. Number 2, I like receiving pain during sex, BDSM, and seeing the results of it. You know, like the bruises, et cetera, et cetera.
I'd be a 2, maybe a 3.
2 or 3. Which one? I don't have a 2.5.
You know what? I'm adventurous. I'll give it a 3.
If I could make some money from selling porn of myself, I definitely would.
4 is in the middle, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, 4.
I don't have any sort of specific fetish or non-standard sexual turn on. Quiet.
A 3.
If I could not fulfill all of my partner's sexual desires, I would encourage them to see other people to fill the gaps. Ha, ha, pun.
2.
You didn't want to go all the way to the bottom?
More ways than one.
I want my partner to serve me and address me as superior.
1.
Okay. I can be sexually submissive now and be sexually dominant another time.
2.
I am willing to try anything once, even if I don't think I will like it.
That sounds like you, Joe.
6.
I enjoy feeling like a prey hunted by a predator.
2.
I would like to have sex with multiple people at the same time.
7. 7. That swinger shit, dude. It fucking calls to me. I ain't gonna lie. I bet you heard about. You remember the fucking sewer train orgies, the sewer trailer orgy. So yeah, fucking A.
All dudes.
No, I'm not. I draw a line of hairy balls, dude. Hairy ass cracks, hairy balls. No.
The idea of being tortured sexually is appealing.
2.
I will naturally take on a nurturing and guiding, almost parental role in a relationship.
5.
I feel the need to serve my partner and treat them with the highest respect, addressing them as a superior. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Addressing them as, see, I was fully on board until you said addressing them as a superior.
That was a fuck no for me. Yeah.
I believe in equal ground, man. 4.
This is during sex, dude. This is during your normal relationship. I like to dominate my partners, especially in the bedroom.
7.
All right.
But I'm accommodating, so maybe it should be a 6.
Kinky. I like inflicting pain during sex, BDSM, and seeing the results of it.
More than just from the performance.
1.
Okay.
I don't like hurting people.
I like to be sexually degraded and humiliated by my partners sometimes. I almost said parents on that one.
1.
Wig hair in my mouth.
I enjoy playing a different age than what I technically am.
You could be very old.
4. That's just something I haven't come across yet, so I don't know. So 4.
You don't want anyone to change your diaper.
Oh god damn, no, that's a never. That's fucking, to me, that's stupid. If it's your thing, whatever, but to me,
okay, vanilla.
I like to be completely in charge in the bedroom and order my partners around.
5.
Clean my socks.
6. Nope, let me give it a 6.
Darn my socks, lady.
I like my partners to be completely in charge in the bedroom, ordering me around. Fix that hem.
Joe, lick my boot clean.
Wash those curtains.
Damn it, Joe, iron this shirt.
I'm open to trying it. Fucking 4. Give me a 4.
Okay, I enjoy being verbally degraded or called humiliating names during sex.
You smell like elderberries.
Your tits are too big and you've got a 2-inch cock. Um, say, wait, what was the question again?
I enjoy being verbally degraded or called humiliating names during sex, BDSM.
A 3. One time at band camp. You know, say my name, bitch. Okay, let's try it. Fuck it. Let's see how it works.
Okay, there's no reason why sex should have to happen or would have to happen in private spaces isolated from the outside world.
You should have it publicly.
6.
1. I love that voyeur shit. I love that fucking risky outdoor shit. Let's fuck on a Greyhound bus, dude. I don't give a shit.
All right, gross, but okay.
I've done it. I've fucked in a Greyhound bus bathroom.
Yeah, gross. I often behave in animalistic ways during sex, such as growling, howling, panting, mewling.
Gasping for air does not count.
Well, that leaves me out.
No, so no ghetto gaggers, huh?
Coughing. Kidding.
What was the question again?
I often behave in animalistic ways during sex, getting on all fours and showing your asshole to the world. Like
Lifting your leg and peeing on people.
I'm just thinking of like being animalistic and dominant, like, rah, I'm gonna fucking bite your butt cheek or something. 6. It's about 5 or 6. Fuck.
You said 6. We're going with 6.
Yep,
Right.
take the 6.
I'm gonna bite your meaty thigh. In an ideal relationship, I should have no hard limits. My life should belong to my partner, and they should decide what is good for me. I can tell you right now, that would be a 1.
Meaning both.
2.
Oh, now it's a 2. Okay. I like to sexually degrade and or humiliate my partners sometimes.
3.
All right. I don't like what you wore to work today. I would like it when my partner is completely tied up during sex.
3. Give it a shot.
Being treated with little or no respect during sex, BDSM, arouses me.
1.
I enjoy being kept as a pet in a cage, eating out of a bowl, being petted.
1.
I find the romantic aspects in a relationship much more important than the sexual or kinky aspects.
6.
Romantic aspects, yes. Okay. I enjoy being peed on. No, I'm kidding. I enjoy people seeing me being naked or having sex even when they didn't intend to do so.
Oh no. You've caught me.
Pre-weight loss or current?
It doesn't matter.
You know what? That's a 4. I don't because of the way I look at it is if someone catches me banging, hey, you got a show, and it shows that I'm doing something. So fuck it, whatever.
As long as I don't have to pay for it. Taking or talking back to one's dominant in a teasingly disobeying way should be part of the sub's fun. Really
Say that one more time.
Talking back to one's dominant in a teasingly disobeying way should be part of the sub's fun.
7.
I like to submit to my partner 24/7 and see serving them as my life purpose.
1. Fuck that.
Being in fear of what my partner is going to do to me physically is arousing.
Domestic violence, so arousing.
5.
All right.
Spicy.
I enjoy dressing or behaving like a child or engaging in child-appropriate activities such as coloring or going to a playground.
1.
We already established that one. I like to totally be helpless and at my partner's disposal disposal, physically unable to resist what they do.
3. I'll give it a shot.
I enjoy feeling like a predator hunting its prey.
7.
Joe is a predator. Joe is a...
Anytime.
7.
Physically restricting my partner during sex or BDSM is arousing.
6.
Ooh. It's no big deal when things I try turn out bad for me. It's part of the risk, and it's a necessary part of discovering what works and what doesn't.
7.
You really just a 7? You wouldn't go higher than that's literally what you've been rolling out.
Well, when I 100% agree, then yeah, I mean, fuck it. You just got to try shit. Yep. Life is, you know what? The older I'm getting, the more I'm learning is life is too short to be fucking scared all the time. You got to start doing some shit. You got to take some risks, you know. I'll try almost anything. I mean, I might even try a butt plug once. I'm not saying I look forward to it, but if someone wants me to try it, just be ready for the fucking nasty show after you pull it out.
That's why you have an enema before. I have plenty of
Where's the fun in that?
I have plenty of sexual fantasies that I would like to try out more than most of my kinky peers.
Are you harboring some fantasies you'd like to try out there?
I've been out of the game for so long that it's hard for me to even think of what. 5.
So fantasies like seeing a vagina.
That doesn't look like it's from Rio Linda. Yeah.
It doesn't look like an exploded turkey thrown into a microwave.
I get visuals, Michael.
Assuming I'm single.
Jabba the Hutt dying.
I would like to join an existing couples or poly groups relationship for sexual and or emotional purposes.
7.
The idea of torturing someone is sexually appealing.
3.
I enjoy verbally degrading my partner or calling them humiliating names during sex. Fatty. Cottage cheese eyes.
2.
You smell so bad.
Your mother never wanted you.
Take a shower, hippie. I enjoy and take pride in being a good domestic servant for my partner, taking care of all the household chores like cooking and cleaning. You already do that, so.
Oh, God.
You're such a good domestic servant, Joe.
What does that have to do with sex?
Submissive.
I think it falls into like, yeah, submissive or slave, maybe.
You know what? 5.
All right.
If the pussy's good, you wash the dishes.
Yep. I have a thing for large age differences in sexual encounters or relationships.
Say that again.
I have a thing for large age differences in sexual encounters or relationships. Age gap.
Let me hold your teeth.
4.
Being physically restricted during sex BDSM is arousing, such as clothes, attribute,
1.
chains.
Don't fucking tie me up, dude. Fuck that shit. Nope.
I enjoy keeping my partner as a pet, providing them with a cage, feeding them out of a bowl, petting, caressing them, etc.
1.
I enjoy watching people being naked or having sex, even when they're unaware that I'm watching.
7. Oh, God. Why did it have to have the creepy part at the end? God damn it.
Too late. I enjoy.
Hey, I think I'm full bore on that one. Like, I don't even care if they know I'm watching. I'll fucking watch that.
I'm a freak, but I'm not a fucking pervert, dude. There's a difference. Fuck it, just 7. I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? I love that voyeur shit. So I mean,
I'm a perv, and I got 66% vanilla.
Well, I mean, like, I could be the dude in the closet staring through the fucking, you know, like. So I. But as long as they knew I was doing it, that's where the line is. I couldn't just. That's sneaky shit. No, that's like there's something wrong with that. Now, if you're at a hotel, right, and it's like a high rise, and you look over your balcony and you look down to a belower balcony. Belower, I said belower. I don't give a fuck. And you look down and you see two people below you, you know, going at it, then fuck it. I mean, what do you want? I mean, okay, sure, I'll watch it, and then they might get a little drip on them, but that, you know, shit happens. When in Rome. That was horrible.
Would you watch someone else have sex? I don't know. I don't want to be pervy, but I might come on their back.
It's a joke, man.
Next one. I enjoy playing or acting like a pet animal.
One.
Treating my partner with little or no respect during sex or BDSM arouses me.
3.
I'd like my partner to submit to me 24/7, and I'm willing to take responsibility for it.
4.
4.
Yep. Go either way with that.
I could not always be dominant or always submissive. I need both.
Maybe that's why I got the switch.
It's possible.
1 or not 2. Maybe give it 2. Yeah.
I love seeing the fear in my partner's eyes when they know I'm going to inflict pain on them.
1.
I would be willing to leave everything I have behind to live the BDSM life of my dreams.
1.
If my partner, I'm sorry, if part of my sexual desires are not fulfilled with my partner, I would want to see other people to fill the gaps. Again, another pun.
So your partner isn't doing it now. You want to be able to see other people to fill the gaps.
I'm a loyal fucking dog, man. If she ain't down, then I'm not down. But fuck it, a 2.
Okay. I find it adorable when my partner acts or dresses childlike, or when they engage in childlike activities such as coloring books, going to the.
You already did that one, but
No.
it was a 1.
Do you like it when your partner does this?
Oh, nope. No, I don't want to do it, and I don't want them doing it. I already raised kids, and I changed fucking diapers. I don't need to go back to it.
He always goes back to the diapers thing. Doesn't necessarily have to be diapers. It could be Sweet 16 party for all we know. I like to be completely tied up during sex, BDSM. Yeah. Completely tied up during sex, BDSM. You said no. You don't want to be tied up, so.
Nope.
I like it when my partner takes on a nurturing and guiding, almost parental role in the relationship. Take care of me.
No, 1.
Okay, we're almost done. I want to meet more like-minded kinky people, and I'm willing to put effort into that.
6.
We plan to launch a BDSM themed matching dating website. Of course they did. If a new awesome kink or BDSM project was launched, I would like to be kept up to date.
I think this is their marketing piece.
I'm not going to put your name in. Would you be interested in new kink or BDSM projects, Joe?
I'm going between a 5 and a 6 on this one.
You got a 6.
Let's do the 6. Yeah, I could be part of the community.
All righty, Joe. Here it is.
All right, let's do it.
Here's the screen.
Results summary.
Blank. I am a blank slate. I am a brat tamer. Get the fuck down, bitch.
I think the brat tamer, like you said, was just a princess. You wanna take them down a notch.
Yeah.
I do the voyeur thing.
There's descriptions. Son of a bitch.
I could totally be a fucking voyeur because I don't even need to masturbate when I'm watching shit. I can use it as fuel for later. Watching that shit. So I could just watch that shit and just be like, oh yeah.
Well, you're 99% primal hunter too, which is weird.
Well, dude, I have a line like I'm respectful in public, but once the doors fuck close, that things change. I know where my line's at.
And then you're 96% brat.
So you're also a brat and a brat tamer.
I don't. I mean, I'm accommodating and I'm willing to do things.
You're a naughty submissive.
Like if I'm with someone and they're into certain things, I'm willing to bend for them so that they can get off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
48% non-monogamist. You do not see sexuality as necessarily a one-on-one thing. 48% of the time.
Wait, how much vanilla was he?
I was up there, vanilla.
We're less you were less vanilla than me though, so there's that.
Vanillas typically match well with other vanillas. No shit.
I think that's so descriptive.
We're so fun.
Rigor.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, see, they do like to tie him up.
So that's the other end of the rope, bunny.
Yes, it says so right there.
See, I'll tie you up, but don't fucking tie me up. See, 2% rope bunny. You don't fucking tie me up. I don't know.
I was low on the rope bunny scales.
I'm not waking up with handcuffed with fucking something shoved like a broomstick shoved up my ass while you take pictures and send it to Congress or something, or fucking TMZ.
I don't think Congress would give a shit about your ass pictures.
Oh, you never know. It could be debatable.
Are you running for president?
It's just what popped into my head,
man.
You're also pets at the bottom for you, huh?
Submissive is 46%.
It's pretty significant.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm accommodating. So if someone wants, I can, like I said, I'll bend.
Oh, wow.
I want the other person to have a good time too. Shit, it ain't all about me.
But you're daddy mommy at 43%.
We're nurturers.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, hey there, guy, you want to get off there? I'll help you get off there, buddy.
Well, what doesn't make any sense to me is the fact that it says you're at 33%, you're age player, and you basically said you don't like to do the age playing thing. So
I'm either way. I don't. It doesn't. I mean, I've never really done that. So, if it's weird. I mean,
well, you also did a higher on I mean, you did a 4, but it's not super high on age gaps.
Yeah. But
yeah,
see, Heather was dominant with the switch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking a dominant or top position is not for them. Neither is taking a submissive or bottom position. And you identify.
I'm not an all the time person. I'm either or.
So
we can't be dominant all the time. It gets boring.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I got a lot of shit to learn and experience. Okay, so it's yeah. So this is a what do you call this? Where it's not permanent. It's just at the moment.
It's a snapshot of your life right now.
Yeah. So it's
We could come back in 2 years and you could be 110% pet.
Or I could be the fucking gimp. I don't know. I have no idea until I go into that world. So.
What's the name of the hamster that went up somebody's butt in South Park?
Lemmy wings. Lemmy wings.
Lemmy wings. Here, put this hamster in your butt, Joe. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking shit.
All right. We bored the shit out of everybody with that.
Did we?
Yeah, they don't want to look at my fucking face and then like, oh God, he does that. Oh,
here we go. How about this? Would this help?
Oh, chemo. We're here for you, Heather. We love you.
Raise money for
prayers. Lots of prayers. Oh, there you go. Now you guys can actually not stare at my weird wig hair the whole time. There you go.
You should mix your wig hair with your real hair.
Now you look like the Hooters trainer.
Smoking a cigarette. What you want to do is bump your ass against the table when you serve the wings.
Never tell them your real name.
Always give them a fake phone number. Here's the one that I use. That's your.
If they ask if you're single, you're always single. But you
never show offense. Everything is flattering. Everything for bigger tips.
Yeah.
Bigger.
The uglier the guy, the bigger.
I'm not talking about money tips. Big tips.
Wigs are sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like you just had a
wig
moment off camera.
It's not that bad.
No, like like sweaty, like you you got like sex hair.
I'm pulling like wig hair,
like after sex hair.
Because
oh no, my after sex hair is probably worse than this.
Your hair looks like rope or like dreadlocks.
I usually have it like up in a bun when I go to bed, like this. It's like in a thing, and then it gets all jacked up, so I have like a scrunchie like falling out over here and shit.
Hey, did you see that footage that the government released finally of UFOs?
Yeah.
One of them to me just looks like a bug on the fucking camera lens that just is turning around, and it looks extremely blurry and close up. Kind
of like the Bigfoot photos.
Bigfoot. Oh, Bigfoot's always been bullshit. The guy who made that shit on his deathbed admitted it fucking faking that shit.
No, he didn't. We have family that has family that was one of the first discoverers of the footprint, made the first plaster cast.
If you notice, there has been less footage. The more that now that everyone has a camera on themselves, like, okay, there's like what, roughly 8 billion people on this planet. 4 billion people have a camera on them at all times. Okay, so why isn't it there's not more UFO footage? Exactly, because it's just like with Sasquatchy. Okay, there's nothing. It's fucking bullshit.
No.
You fucking Mike, Mr. Goddamn Realist. How would you be so open to the thought of there being a Yeti or whatever the fuck it is?
Because
there's definitely alien life forms. I mean, we're only one.
Oh, I believe in that, but I just think that we're not important enough for them to fuck with at the time. That's all.
We're probably like a shitty truck stop. Like, we're probably like not enough to fuck with anymore. Like, I'm pretty sure they did back in the day, like for the pyramids and stuff. There's all kinds of shit with that.
Yeah, they look at us real quick, do a quick scan because they sense our nuclear technology. They go, oh, they're still in the age of reality television. Fuck them.
We are real Linda. Like, they drive by and they're like, maybe we'll just wait for gas.
Couple million years, come back.
Yeah,
but Bigfoot. I mean, if you've actually ever seen
the universe are all fucking white trash aliens that are just looking to dump their shit anyways. That's what they're doing. Just fucking redneck.
Probably the RV dump.
Yeah. What?
But the thing of it is, like, for Bigfoot, just so you know, like, if you've actually been like around those woods or seen drone footage of any of it or aerial views, something could live in there. There's portions of the redwoods that people haven't even been in. So, I mean, and not even just like, and I don't know about other countries, but I know like personally, like our states, like our surrounding states.
Did you see that found footage movie directed by Bobcat Goldthwait? Because he is a huge Bigfoot believer, and so he made a movie about Bigfoot. It's actually well done. It does like the Blair Witch approach where no, it does it in a way where less is more. So it leaves it more to the imagination so that it doesn't try to show some cheap CG or shitty costume. Instead, it's more like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that kind of shit? And it works. It's a decent Bigfoot movie.
I think for me is the moving camera. It makes me sick.
That just never bothered me. I've been lucky with that. That's never bugged me at all.
What else you got, Michael?
Well, you brought up a topic of quarantine dating or dating while in quarantine.
How the fuck do you date in quarantine?
That's what I want to know.
You say, fuck it, let's just do it.
Mike's like, I don't know. I brought it up because I'm asking, like, how the fuck can I date during quarantine?
I can't date when there's not quarantine, so I don't fucking know.
Well, both of us just live the entire quarantine life during our normal life anyways. So,
yeah.
We're used to it. But again, I mean, like when you're going through the profiles and, on your, whatever, your favorite fucking dating app.
Well, I have heard that people are having to actually, since they, okay, so I'm gonna say this from the point of view of someone who's possibly actually concerned about the virus, and stays at home, isn't working, isn't going out, isn't seeing people, is leaving their groceries out on the porch for like 9 days, and wiping their fucking milk down, rinsing all their celery because somebody might have coughed on it. From what I understand from that aspect is they really are taking like more of an old school, like distance dating approach. So it's like all conversations, all fucking phone sex or whatever.
Like the Indian Family where you go on a first date and the whole family follows behind on the trail while you guys walk together.
Yeah. Like what is it? What's that? The Duggars or whatever it is. Like you can't even go on a date. You have to have a chaperone if you go out. So I think it's like that type of concept.
Not to side thing this, but I kind of want to because I was going to bring this up again anyway. So you believe in quarantining right now, but yet you have a problem with the wearing mask protocol at certain places. So please, can you elaborate?
Me?
Yes.
No, I don't believe in the quarantine.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought you were okay because you just made it sound like
I'm sheltering in place because I don't like going out anyway. So this is like a fucking amazing time for me. If I didn't have to deal with the children, I'd be so fucking happy right now. Every plan that I had canceled, like events that I had to go to that I didn't really want to go to, done. Shit I had to do, events, everything's done. I don't have to go anywhere. There's no pressure to go anywhere. I just really wish I could get my nails done. I personally have a different opinion of like, I know that there's a virus. I get that there is a virus. I already was one of those asshole people that was like, it's just the flu. And like, I've pretty much stayed with that. Like, even like when people were really like killing off, I'm like, I was still like, ooh, lots of people are dying and this does seem like you could get instant pneumonia, but people die from pneumonia anyways. And I'd rather have this than Ebola.
So, and then Mike, this includes you, of course, because you have you have a strong opinion about the quarantine and now the fuckwits that just willy-nilly go out and fucking party and do all this shit, right? And group up. So are you like biting your tongue because Heather's your sister and you're like, but in your head, you're like, she's a fucking idiot and she's part of the problem? Or
no, he would 110% tell me. In fact, I think he brings a certain joy from counteracting me. But he also knows that I'm not going out and grouping up though. And it's not because well, mostly it's probably because I just don't fucking want to, but it's just not, people aren't doing it. And big deal. I have not prevented anybody from coming to my house. I still have to go to work. I go to the store. As soon as they opened up golf, I went golfing with my husband, but it's just one of those things. I mean, we're going to get it.
Yeah.
It was to flatten this curve, and we flattened it so much that they're furloughing nurses. My ex-mother-in-law is like, I'm getting sent home early. There's no people in the hospital.
No,
and it's never been to eradicate it. It's never going to be eradicated.
Calm it down. Yeah.
It's you're going to get it. You're going to get it. And if you're going to fucking die, and I have a different view on death though. If you're going to fucking die, you're going to fucking die. If it's your time, it's your time. Like, and I'm not as probably delicate as Mike, but I'm still in like what do they call it? It's not like a fragile category. What do they call it? It's not necessarily immunocompromised either. It's like, I don't know the category of that, because I've got like, I have asthma and I've got chronic illness and I have the fucking sleep apnea. And I didn't know that the apnea was one of them. And I read that they're like, oh no, if you have sleep apnea, like it's gonna fucking kill you. And I was like, well, shit.
Oh god, yeah, I know. Now there's the blood clotting and the fucking and the aneurysms and what was it? There's all this other shit that's starting to pop. I was like, god damn, is it I don't even know what's true anymore. At the same
turn, you have to remember that my husband is a first responder. So I mean, my thoughts of it were if I mean, those should be the people that are getting it, because they go on calls like I mean, ER people, ER docs, for anybody that comes in, they're prepared for that person to have some terrible disease.
You know what I hate? I hate the idiots. Like specifically, like today, I went to the bank, and I live in North Highlands, which is, you know, it's the hood, it's ghetto-y. It's not as bad as Del Paso Heights, but it's still, there's some shit. And so I go to the bank there, and in the parking lot, right in front of the goddamn doors, is two black dudes and one ugly, boring-looking white girl in the parking lot, smoking weed right in front of the fucking bank, just hanging out in the parking lot. And I like, what kind of statement are these fucking morons trying to make?
Well, and I think a lot of it too is what I've noticed is from people all over that I talk to or read about is the lower the socioeconomic scale is, the more they don't care.
Yeah.
About the quarantine, like just.
But the amount of people that are affected by the coronavirus are also at that lower end of the scale.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I mean, and the fact of the matter is, I mean, I think when you look at it, it's like 75% or something like that are of deaths. I don't know, and I don't know if it was just a California thing or if it was all over in the nation, are like care home people.
Yeah.
And I mean, that makes sense. I've visited family in retirement homes or care homes, and it would be extremely tough to contain something like that in those areas. And they are the most fragile. So that would make sense. That said, you know, there's a few first responders that have gotten it. We know a guy, or there are stories of a guy that got it because he did CPR on somebody without even using his CPR protection. That was just stupid. But I mean,
well, there's a nurse at one of the New York hospitals that
doctor that committed suicide.
Yeah, she just committed. Yeah,
that is a seriously unstable person.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're working, however long you're working in that environment, especially in New York, when, you know, they've been hit the hardest, and all of a sudden, you know, you have contracted this shit, it all works together. It's just, it's mind-numbingly fucking defeating for some people, you know, like her. And as strong as she obviously wasn't able to handle it.
It never gets any easier.
Again, I would rather do this 100 times than have Ebola. Thank you.
But again, you haven't been in contact with anybody, like, you know, I don't know if I have. I've been in plenty of contact. I go all over the place. I go to work. Yeah, but I mean, I'm an essential employee sometimes. Sometimes.
And I'm just a worthless sycophant stuck at home.
But in my case, I deal with in this is part of the rant that I had on a text with you, which is fucking junkie enablers.
Yeah.
These piece of shit people that drive their fuck boy around town so that they can score their smack. They're the ones that are most susceptible. They're the ones that are getting everybody sick, and they're the ones that don't give a shit. And where I work, that's where it comes from. I mean, those people are the ones that are out and about and touching and doing and whatever else, and they're the ones that are spreading this fucking shit. That's what I think.
And you know what? And the way I see it is, it sucks with the, you know, the fallout of people that don't deserve this shit that are dying from it. But I also see it as weeding out the fucking turds, you know, the weak links. And I actually,
the boomer remover.
I actually want a lot. You know what? I don't care how cold this sounds. Really don't. There's a lot of pieces of shit on this planet, and
we're not the ones getting it though. I mean, that's not how the world works.
Yeah, and that's the part that sucks, is that when, you know, you get these assholes, these selfish assholes that are just bringing it back to, you know, old people that are dying in these nursing homes or whatever. But it'd be nice if the people that were dying in droves, instead of them being in nursing homes, they were these piece of shits that, you know, like Mike's talking about, you know, that.
But those are the ones that won't get it. Those are the ones.
Oh, yeah.
carriers.
Druggies die either really, really young or they live for fucking ever, dude.
Ever. That is true. And you know, and it's one of those things where you're like asymptomatic. But I mean, how I look at it is people who are paranoid about and you guys know I'm OCD about germs, but I've been OCD about germs forever. Like I'm a germaphobe, and I was sanitizing shit before it was cool. Like this is my hipster time. I was spraying my doorknobs before it was cool to spray my doorknobs. Like that's just kind of how I've always done it. But my thing has always been too, like when people are like, oh, I don't want to come around you because I have a cold. And I'm like, bitch, you were contagious like a week before you showed signs that you had a cold. Like, and I've already been around you. And that's kind of how I feel with this. I mean, people can be asymptomatic or not show symptoms for like 14 days. So I could have it right now and not know. I could have it not, it's like herpes. I could have it and not even show any symptoms. I could just be a carrier and just, here's herpes for you and here's some herpes
but
you.
I mean, do you think that you should take a little bit of precaution just in case? I mean, what if you doing a simple thing as maybe not going to a certain place or being there as long as you normally would be, or touching specific things in that place?
I'm not, because they don't let me. Shut down. But even at that, it's like there's only going to be only so many precautions that we can take before people are going to be. My cat is fucking eating my wig right now. I just want
it's fucking hilarious.
He's eating my wig. But there's only so many precautions you're going to be able to take, and there comes a point where we're going to have to, you know, function in normal lives, and that's the risk you take. Like if you are really concerned about getting it or you feel you're fragile, you should totally fucking stay in. If you are sick, you should totally stay home. Like I'm fine with temperature checks, actually, which is really funny, but I will probably like.
You say you're fine with temperature checks?
Yeah, like on your forehead, you know, because I don't care. But I'm a person though too. Like if I was sick, I would fucking stay home anyways. But guess what? I did that anyhow. I wasn't the person that went to work sick, because that's something an asshole does.
Yeah.
So whatever. I'm gonna get it at some point. Like roll the dice.
Maybe. I mean, look, 100 years ago, San Francisco went through this whole thing with the Spanish flu. They shut down everything. And this was October of like 1918. And then November, December came around. They figured, you know, everything's good. The numbers are down. We're all going to be good. Everything's fine. They open up like January or so, end of January, February. And the numbers skyrocketed, and they weren't paying attention to what was going on nationally. They were more concerned with the secular shit. And come to find out that San Francisco not only had the highest amount of cases, the highest amount of deaths, and this is just San Francisco. This is during the Spanish flu, which wiped out, you know,
500 million,
something like that, millions upon millions upon millions of people. And San Francisco, just the area, had the highest concentration of infection and reinfection in the United States. So the concern is not just reopening, you know, with the markets being down and this and that and the other thing. The concern is reinfection, and we're not getting all of the reports that we should be getting, you know, with the WHO being basically a mouthpiece for China and a couple of other places. The reinfection that's going on in China right now is almost as bad as the infection in and of itself. That's what's going on, and they're not talking about it.
No, and honestly, I think more so us all stepping back so much. Like if I was like super restricted, like some people are, like never going out, having their groceries delivered, leaving their stuff outside. Ryan does Instacart, like I said, sometimes, and he goes to people's houses and they meet him in the garage and they have cleaning stations and they clean all the groceries before they come into the house. Like you can be that, but what's going to happen is now you've completely blanked your slate and you're going to walk out and be like, and it's going to hit you like a fucking tidal wave because you haven't had that exposure.
Right. You know, I mean, there's okay. So at work, we have this thing called TB Quatside, and on the label, it says, you know, for coronavirus, for this virus, for that, you know, Ebola, Spanish flu, blah, blah, blah. It's an industrial grade heavy cleaner. So I was reading through the label because as I was using it, like I would get sick. Like my stomach, I'd get nauseous. I couldn't eat. I'd come home, and then the next day I'd feel better and go back to work, and the same shit started happening again. So I was just kind of monitoring it. And this was over a period of a couple of days, like a week is what it was. Because my days off are like Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. So I can monitor it between Wednesday and Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday. So go back to work and I'm spraying the stuff. And I after reading the label, it says, don't get on your clothes. This is the shit that corporate sent us without any instructions, without any information, without the proper PPE, which is personal protective equipment, without any information other than here's this shit that's going to quote unquote kill the coronavirus. Well, first and foremost, this is a brand new coronavirus. It's called novel corona.
Yeah, it's just the general ones that the other stuff kills.
Yeah. Secondly, this shit is bad for you. Don't get on your skin. Don't get on your clothes. Literally, it says that on the fucking bottle. Don't get it in your mouth. Don't get it in your eyes. But go ahead and spray around the entire fucking business.
It's like using lime away.
Yeah. And go outside and spray it on the keypads and on the gas pumps and on the handles and anywhere else that anyone touches, which is basically making everybody sick. Smart. So I was looking at it and I mentioned it to my manager. I was like, you can't do this. We can't use this stuff because it's caustic on top of everything else that it's causing problems with me. And this is for cleaning like pools of blood, in hospitals and cleaning down like really dirty areas of a kitchen, like of the fucking greaser and all this other stuff.
Like if you had a homeless orgy in your car.
Yeah, like Dirty Mike and the boys. It's like, right? And she's like, she goes, well, just don't use it anymore. Use the other stuff, which I'm using, and I'm not getting sick. And finally, like a couple of days ago, corporate sent a mailer out to us, or an email that said, well, with the TB quad side, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this, and don't spray it, in your mouth. Don't
because that's the first thing I do.
Yeah. Don't inhale it. Like that's what it says on the fucking label. First,
just use a mask with it. There's certain cleaners you have to take different precautions with.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be wearing a face shield with it anyways. You're supposed to have a fucking hazmat suit for this stuff to clean.
Well, and I mean, well, and the thing of it is like a lot of that stuff is kind of, I mean, it does kill a lot of things, but like you said, it's made for like, I don't know, like.
Yeah. Well, this is
a
grade hospital cleaner.
Yeah.
So for surgeries, for the rooms where people are severely sick in and things like that.
So what the fuck are you doing?
What?
It's watching you like.
Oh, he's scratching his tongue.
Weird.
I always I got this thing where I like to feel around and see if I got any like blackheads or anything around.
I don't even buy antibacterial soap. Yeah, I don't either. We haven't had antibacterial. Dad wouldn't allow it.
No, and that's actually where I got that from, is because I didn't want to create superbugs. Yep. So I don't buy the antibacterial soap, but I wash my hands like a motherfucker. Make everybody wash their hands when they come in the house. Yep.
And I do that at work. They have the hand sanitizer stuff. Oh, anyways, that piece of paper that corporate sent us has all this information on it. So you're supposed to wear the vinyl protective gloves, and then on top of the vinyl, the surgical gloves, and then on top of that, those vinyl protective gloves, like you wash, dishwashing gloves.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to double pack it. What do they tell you about condoms?
Don't ever double pack your condoms.
Double pack it. So there's a story going around, and I don't know if you're into murder mysteries and whatnot, that years and years ago, they caught this killer or a bank robber, one or the other.
Was he wearing two condoms?
And he had the surgical gloves on his hand, and then he wore a set of regular gloves, the leather gloves.
And
because of the sweat from the surgical gloves, it bled through, and he kept leaving his fingerprints all over the crime scene.
Yeah.
So what's happening is, even no matter how protective those rubber gloves are, they're still porous. Stuff can still get in there. And if you're wearing, if you're sweating through all of that stuff, that's a bigger problem. So like, just wear the rubber gloves, and then you have to wash the inside of them, but just wear the rubber gloves and you're much better off. But this personal protective equipment stuff, like if you're out working and you work for Rayleigh's or Safeway or Bel Air or any gas stations or anything else like that, and you have to clean using this stuff, you've got to wear the personal protective equipment, because if you don't wear it while using this stuff, you're going to catch the coronavirus, you're going to get sick just from using this TB quat side or psych quat or whatever the fuck it is.
Cyclops.
Yeah, TB.
Tuberculosis cyclops.
Yeah. So that's basically what I'm trying to say, is that it's going to get you sick, and then you're going to then your immune system is compromised.
Yep, you're fucked.
You're going to catch the shit.
You're going to die, and it's going to hurt the whole time you're doing it.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
Did you see that video from like a month ago where it was on the news? It was like on CNN or something, where they had this guy in a hospital bed, and he was describing what it was like to have coronavirus, and that it was like glass in his lungs or something, and
sound like fucking pneumonia.
Yeah,
pneumonia. That's what it was like.
He made it sound like everyone was going to suffer, just like he was suffering having it.
Yeah, he's pulling the narrative for it. Yeah, absolutely.
And it pisses me off, because it's like, I want to take this seriously, and I'm for the most part I am taking this whole thing seriously. You know, I'm doing my part with the quarantine stuff, the self-quarantining, but it's like I don't like the fear mongering.
No, and there's a lot of that too, and I think one of the funniest thing is I met a buddy of mine, and we like drank coffee on his, like, I was in a camp chair and he was on his tailgate, and I think we may have talked about this last time, is and we saw the cops coming. And we just had that immediate, like, are you ready to go to jail? Yep. You ready to go to jail? Yep. If they're going to tell me I can't sit out here, we're going to fucking jail today. Like, that's going to happen. Like,
I went to go every night. I usually take my sons out to a local park. And
do you wear a mask when you walk?
No, fuck no. Cause we go when there's less people out there. So it's and we usually I either go at 10 o'clock at night when I drop my daughter off at work, because she's an overnight stalker at Walmart. Or we do it around 7 o'clock when there's less people at the park, and we walk where there's not anyone else around. So we were there a few days ago at 10 o'clock at night, walking around this track. That's right. It's the back end of a school that's right next to the park. So we're walking around the track, and all of a sudden cops show up, and they're walking around the school and shining flashlights and stuff. And then I gave them attitude, because they started shining their lights at me and my sons. And they're like, you're not supposed to be here. And I just gave them, I didn't give them super attitude, but I gave them, they go, I just said, the first thing I said was, oh, so you think it would be smarter if I was out here during the day when there's more people to help spread the virus? And he's all, no, you can't be here. And I said, oh, so my tax dollars don't mean shit then, because even,
Well, it's really funny is most of the cop friends that I have, they're all anti all of it anyways.
Yeah. I was being a little attitude, because I just didn't want someone telling me what I can and can't do, especially when I'm already taking more precautions than most people probably do when it comes to getting exercise.
It's private property.
Yeah, even though my tax dollars pay for it. So technically I'm a minority owner of that school.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I'm going to fucking say I'm going to keep saying I am. I don't give a shit. My tax dollars pay for that motherfucker.
Right, that's why the cops literally said, get the fuck out of here.
And we did. I mean, I wasn't going to say, oh, I'm going to walk where the fuck I want. Okay, yeah, okay.
That's all you could have been nicer about it and said, hey, this is a school private.
I think what it was because right before they showed up, there was a group of kids walking from the school through the track, and they were smoking weed and drinking. And
Sweet.
I think that they were fucking around at the school and someone reported them. So then the cops show up because there was 3 of them. There was 2 cars and 3 cops. So I think that what happened was they were making, they were doing a bunch of hullabulla over there or something. And
He still
so,
could have been nicer to you.
yeah. So I just, I was like, I wonder how many people are already giving this guy shit already because he's telling them to get away from certain. I was like, it ain't worth it. Let's just go. Let's get the fuck out of here. So we went back to the park and just walked real quick around there, and then once I finished getting my minimum steps in, we left. So
there you go.
But yeah, I don't know. I just get to a point now. I don't even give a fuck if a cop's saying something. I'm gonna speak up. I don't. I'm not afraid like I used to be to speak my mind.
I just want to get my vagina waxed.
Okay.
You can do that at home. There's YouTube videos for
it. No, it's not. No, it's not the same. Nope. No. Then I'd have to go to the emergency room and then.
Why don't you just use some Nair? I used Nair this morning and it worked great.
Burn my vagina. I'm not putting Nair down there. Sensitive area.
I thought you had already toughened that area up over years and years of abuse.
You'd think I should earn a badge for that.
Badge.
It's like video games, like where you earn a level. It's like, well, now I can Nair my vagina without it actually burning my sensitive skin down there. Yeah, that would be better. But no, unfortunately, no.
I didn't realize though that when you use Nair on your nether regions, that it the hairs that you didn't really get much of the Nair on, when it's melting the other hairs, it like rolls them up into like a kind of like a gluey ball. And then the gluey ball gets stuck in the hairs that aren't coming off. And so it's this weird, it's kind of like dingleberries, but not with poo. It's just fucking melted hair. So you have to like, it's fun. It's a fun experience.
You had to take a pumice stone to it.
I had to spend extra time in the shower just plucking out fucking balls of melted hair.
What the fuck is a pumice stone?
A pumice stone.
A pumice stone. The kind you're supposed to like. I guess you do use on your heels and clean the bathtub with.
Like lava rocks.
The pussy. Take care of the pussy.
Pubis stone.
The pubis stone. It's a special stone for getting the hair wads out.
Wait, we lost another viewer because I was talking about narrowing my nethers.
We lost a lot of.
It's because you were talking about melted hair gathering.
Apparently, I'm not sexy enough yet because people are like, "Oh no."
No, I think we lost.
No. I don't think I'd want to hear about that really from anyone.
Political.
But I will gladly share that information. Not necessarily want to have a visual about other people's stuff, but I'm fine sharing that information about myself.
Do they use like on the YouTube videos for showing people how to wax? Do they go out and buy like those
just shows clips from the 40-year-old virgin
or the 3/4 people, the sex dolls that have like like the hips, the butt and the vagina? Show how to wax?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really watched any of those. I've been watching videos on
and then they just censor
out shit and
naughty parts.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Like it's Japanese porn.
Yeah, they put a piece of tape over it.
Yeah, blur out a spot.
Watching YouTube's on conspiracy theories and the deep state and that. That's how I've been spending my spare time.
I've been watching the entire series of Ray Donovan on Showtime.
I started Ozark.
Ozark is good. I haven't watched the 3rd season yet, but I do like it. It is an interesting show.
One of my ex-husbands actually texted me and said, "Have you watched Ozark?" And I said, "No." And this was prior. And he said, "There's a curly-headed blonde chick on here that could be your cousin."
I know what you're talking about.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I started watching and I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, she doesn't take shit. Like she'll take shit for a little bit, but then all of a sudden she steps up and like, "Fuck you," and yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And then when I started watching, I texted him back and be like, "You know what? I know who that is now, and I completely identify with her." Sorry, I talk with my hands, so you get like, and they look like big hands on this too.
I've got these little hands.
Big hands.
Hmm.
All right.
something about that.
Oh God, he's gone.
I fixed it.
Fixed what?
Fixed the ugly picture right there.
You snorted.
Like a paper bag. You're a double bagger. A two bagger.
In case
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, hey.
Hold on. Peekaboo.
Peekaboo. All right. What else is on the docket, homeboy?
Dating while, or we already talked about dating.
Yeah, like you basically fucking can't. You have to write sonnets and send love letters and sex.
Yeah.
No. They come over and you both take a bath together, and then you shower, and then all of a sudden you can conversate.
No.
But they touched your doorknob and they've coughed in your area, so they could have their remote.
They're gonna be sticking it in your area anyway.
Just saying.
Sex, sticking it in your area.
What? What's that?
Fluid transfer.
Mike's like,
Radiation.
what?
Intercourse.
Not following.
A certain kind of, I don't know what.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. No, I don't. Whatever. Dating.
What else we got?
That's it, really. I was gonna say something about the dating. Well, the new thing on dating apps now is people wanting you to basically seduce them with words.
Yeah.
In long form paragraphs and word porn and this and that. It's just, don't tell me hi, don't say hello, don't introduce yourself at all. Just write me a paragraph, like Ralph Waldo Emerson or,
like I said, you got to write him a fucking sonnet.
H.P.
Or Hemingway.
Stephen King.
Sharon says, "Don't ever wax yourself. Spend the money, pay the pros to do it."
Yeah, you can't. No.
Yeah. You fucking see someone with a fucking candle, they're dripping it on their crotch.
Okay, so long ago when I used to be everywhere, I actually tried to wax my own armpit, and you literally can't do it. Like you hit, like you go, nope, and then you're just stuck with it. And so I can't even imagine what the vagina is like. I can't.
Rip and tear.
No, nope. And they have special wax that you can't get that they do. It's better. It's a better thing. All right.
Probably secreted from children in Polynesia or something.
Probably. All right. We're drying. What else are we going to talk about? Anything, or are we done?
Yeah, we're drying up. So
we're drying it. Yep.
We are dried up.
Like sex life. All right.
It was cooler when I had the wig on, I guess.
Like now would have been the time to take the wig off. Like, okay, this is the end of this shit. All right.
I'll have to fix the camera. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm going to use the other camera from now on.
I think it also could be the lighting. Or, well, how old is that laptop?
Hey, maybe by next time we can do this again without a live stream, or we could, whatever.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. But
gather.
Yeah, like to gather. Let's all come together.
Well, I would assume that you don't want anyone still coming to your house, right, Mike? So
I don't know what the rules are right now.
Oh, you only live there, but okay.
I have to consult the rule queen.
So
I can say that I was allowed to see part of the family today, so they were allowed to be around me, and I'm like patient zero.
Yeah.
So
I think it's getting to the point where everybody's going stir crazy and.
Oh yeah, I fucking have had some stressful days, dude. Some really stressful days.
So,
yeah.
Let me consult the rule queen and find out what's going on and go from there.
Okay.
Her biggest concern is she doesn't want me getting sick, so that's why.
Even though you work.
Stay the fuck away.
At the junkie place.
Yeah, but I wash my hands consistently and I'm covered in cleaner.
You're covered from head to toe in hospital grade cleaner.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. So I'm only.
Well, by the time you get home, you're gonna look like E.T. when he's dying in the river.
Exactly.
Bleached.
Gotta work at 2:00.
All right, let's get the fuck off of here.
All right,
I'm out. I gotta piss.
go.
All right, well, yeah, cocktails out, baby.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Brought to you papaya underwear skid marks. There we go. Papaya skid mark.
Papaya skid mark.
I can edit that. Good night.